Hello, good day. Once again, this is Dr. Palma, and today let's talk another topic in research. But before anything else, allow me to invite you to join in my webinar to earn your 15 CPD credit units. Okay, from the PRC. So you can email me at contact at apalma.info for more information, or if you're interested to join. Okay, so once again, I am a PhD in development research and administration, an academic head and author and publisher recognized by the National Book Development Board of the Philippines. I'm a research consultant, international peer reviewer at Springer. My researchers, you can reference them, or you can see them or explore at Google Scholar. I am a licensed professional teacher and a proprietor of Artelo Palma Book Publishing. Okay. So the title of my program is Doing Academic Research the Easier Way. So let's proceed to topic 6. Okay, we're done with the 5 previous lectures. Okay, now we are in topic 6, or number 6th lecture. So it's qualitative research, research ethics, and trustworthiness. So these are the learning outcomes of the learners, or the participants. Learners will learn the ethical way of conducting qualitative research, and learners will learn how to objectively conduct and rely on the appropriate standards of qualitative research, especially when employing action research in education. Okay, so it's time for us to review. So we discussed, okay, in my last videos, okay, we discussed, okay, many things, including scientific thought, okay, that includes rationalism and theory. And I also provided you different theories. Okay, and next to rationalism, we discussed empiricism and other philosophies like positivism, constructivism, and pragmatism. Okay, so if you want to learn or know more about each of this philosophy, I already discussed this in my previous videos, so please try to visit my YouTube channel for that matter. Okay, so we discussed that quantitative research is deductive approach, while qualitative research is inductive approach. Okay, it's specific down to general, or from empirical evidence to theory. Okay, so we begin with interview, for example, that's empiricism, finding for evidence, and to come up with generalized ideas, themes, and everything, or perhaps theory making or deconstruction, that's rationalism. So I also told you to observe, read, and think, okay, especially if you are conducting qualitative research, like what, for example, Charles Darwin did, okay, but he anchored his theory, or whatever he found out, he anchored it on Thomas Malthus' idea, okay. So, okay, I also discussed this, okay, so and we were able to come up with this research, okay, with the following statement of the problem. And so we have our proposed research title, okay, in our last topic in qualitative research. So features digital eyes, the lived experience of online learners with online videos in their online class. Okay, so now let's proceed to our topic, okay, for this or for today. Okay, so let's begin with ethical standards. Okay, so in doing qualitative research, okay, we really have to provide our participants with informed consent. Okay, we have to explain to them what the study is all about, and we also have to explain to them that if ever we are going to record or everything, we are going to gather the information from them, we have to inform them about that. And also we have to inform them that okay, they are free they're free to stop the interview if ever we are interviewing them, or having a something that would allow us to engage them in our research. Okay, so we have to inform them that anytime they can actually, you know, stop their participation in our research. Okay, that's part of the informed consent. So there are many forms, okay, on the internet that you can explore, okay, about informed consent. Okay, so another is it's part of our ethical standards that we have to eliminate the bias that we have, okay, in the topic that we are conducting. Okay, because it's really good that we have to separate ourselves, okay, from the study that we are doing. It's because we are the researchers, we are the instrument, the research instrument. The researchers are the research instrument in in qualitative research. So it's just good that we have to eliminate our bias, okay, or our biases, and even we really have to, yeah, not overcome with our predispositions and everything. So follow both what's legal and ethical, because in reality, okay, not all legal or ethical. So we have to follow both. Okay, so that's about the ethical standards in doing qualitative research, or ethical standards associated with doing qualitative research. Now let's proceed to issues on trustworthiness. Okay, it's important that in qualitative research or study, our everything should be free from flaws that could affect the acceptability of our findings and our conclusion. Okay, and that's how we define trustworthiness. Okay, quantitative research, okay, would always remind the qualitative researchers, okay, that their study, okay, is ensuring internal validity. Like for example, in a questionnaire, for example, how to ensure internal validity questionnaire is they have to go through expert validation, and they have to ensure that the content are really measuring, okay, in their questionnaire. They have to ensure that all those contents in there, okay, are truly measuring what they intend to measure. And external validity, okay, it's about generalizing everything. Okay, so that's why they use random sampling. They use a large number of population, but of course they can do some random sampling just to, you know, um, get samples that could represent everybody, or every that could represent the population. Okay, so reliability. Okay, so the consistency, for example, in writing those items in their questionnaire. Okay, it's about consistency of having those items that are measuring what they intend to measure. Okay, and objectivity. So objective, it's free from bias. Okay, and it's really what they believe is really true science. Okay, according to quantitative researchers. But qualitative research, okay, would argue that like quantitative research, they also have, okay, standards, okay, to follow in response to what quantitative research is doing. Okay, and in this way, okay, they always believe that they are doing what is scientific. Okay, that's what qualitative researchers are telling to quantitative researchers. So if there is internal validity in in quantitative research, so in qualitative research there's credibility, it's transferability, okay, in response to external validity, it's dependability in response to reliability, and it's confirmability in response to objectivity. Okay, so now let's talk this one by one. Okay, let's talk about this one by one. Okay, let's begin with credibility. The findings are, I mean, when we ensure that there's credibility, okay, we have to ensure, or we have to, yes, we have to make sure that the findings are really congruent with the reality. Okay, so in order to make this happen, okay, a qualitative researcher should ensure credibility of the researcher. Okay, perhaps, okay, the background and qualification of the researchers are truly important here. Okay, and it has to be, or this have to be disclosed, okay, in the paper. Okay, And another is appropriate procedure. Okay, the line of questioning. Okay, it's important that the questions are not biased. Okay, and the methods of data analysis. Okay, how do we know that the analysis that we are is free from our preconceived notions or thoughts or ideas? Okay, and even learned concepts. Okay, so we have to ensure methods of data analysis that is appropriate. Okay, negate. Next is we need to negate researchers' bias in the selection of participants. Okay, so although qualitative research is qualitative in nature and it is freeing itself from the touch, okay, the sense of quantitative analysis, but still, okay, we can conduct, okay, random sampling of samples just to ensure that we are not biased in the selection process of the participants. Okay, another is we need to go through triangulation if we ensure or if we want to make sure credibility of our qualitative research. So this is about the use of different methods. Like, for example, you can use observation, focus group discussion, and interview, and etc. Just to, triangulate, okay, your results later, okay? Just to make sense of everything, okay? So we can do observation, and if not, okay, you can proceed to focus group discussion. I mean, if not satisfied with observation, but of course, it's part of the triangulation that you have to do different methods, okay? Just to have a different angle of analyzing things and just to make sure, okay, that you really are, finding what is really is in the reality. So the finding should be always congruent with the reality, okay? So that's all for credibility for now. Okay, let's proceed to transferability. Okay, the findings of the study can be applied to other situations. That's what the quantitative research are doing. Okay, especially when they talk about generalizability or the external validity of their study. Okay, so here in transferability, okay, the quantitative researcher would argue that how can the quantitative researchers would argue how come that the qualitative researchers can can generalize the risk or can ensure external validity or transferability in their study. So because they are just doing a specific context and so on, and it's not about the whole populations or the whole population they are doing, okay? But the qualitative researcher would argue that yes, a case might be unique, okay? We are just maybe perhaps studying a case, and a case might be unique, but it is an example within a broader group, okay? So that's where qualitative researcher would argue, okay, or argues. Many qualitative researchers argue the the process of uncovering transferability. So what they do usually is the real context or situation should be described in the study. So they are describing the real context or situations in the study, and this is to allow them to give others a chance to relate to their findings, okay, to relate their findings to their findings, okay. So that's transferability. So the moment you can relate your findings to a previous study, okay, say for example, a previous study about teen pregnancy was conducted in Visayas, okay, and the same study was conducted in Luzon, okay. It's the same context. It's about teen pregnancy. It's just that the study, the context or the situation, the study should be described well in if the one conducted in Visayas, okay, for us, for those, okay, researchers in Luzon to to describe to relate their findings to the study in Visayas. Okay, so that's how we can ensure transferability here. So the real context or situation should be described in the study to give others a chance to relate their findings to it. Okay. So let's proceed to dependability. So if the work were repeated in the same context with the same methods and participants, similar results would be obtained. Okay, dependability is talking about consistency here. So what the researchers or qualitative researchers can do is description of what was planned and executed. Okay, yeah, that's the beauty of qualitative research. You really have to write everything. You really have to ensure, okay, um narrative, ensure complete narrative of everything. Okay, and you have to be specific in you have to be detailed in whatever to write, okay, in your paper in qualitative research. So that's description of what was planned and executed. Okay, that would ensure consistency and operational detail of data gathering, or even evaluation of the effectiveness of the inquiry undertaken. That's part of it. So that is just to ensure that um, the moment we repeat our work, okay, this in the same context, the same methods and participants, it should be similar results that we obtain. Say, for example, the example I've given you earlier about teen pregnancy in Visayas, okay, the study about teen pregnancy in Visayas, okay, should if those people in the zone, okay, would try to copy or follow that work, okay, it should be the same, okay, method and participants and similar things. That's why we have to describe, as qualitative researchers, we have to describe everything. We have to be detailed in our operation and operation for data gathering, and even we have to evaluate the effectiveness of the inquiry we undertaken for those, okay, future researchers to follow in our study. That and whatever result, okay, we gathered, okay, it's the same result that they can come up. Okay, that's actually consistency. Okay. Now, confirmability. Okay, the results should be based on the experiences and ideas of the informants rather than, okay, the characteristics and preferences of the researcher. Therefore, there should be no investigator bias. Okay, so it's important that the experiences and the ideas written in the qualitative research findings, okay, are the experiences and ideas of the respondents or the informants rather than the qualitative researcher himself or herself. So in order to prevent that, okay, let's proceed to the methods. Okay, we can do triangulation to reduce the effect of investigator bias, or the researcher must also admit, okay, his or her own predispositions, okay, just to like, for example, a priest, okay, is studying about abortion, okay, might write in the paper in qualitative research, might disclose in there that, okay, he is a priest, I am a priest, okay, and I believe that life is blah blah blah, okay, that's like, it's like that. But okay, I also I'm a researcher in this study, and I believe that I have to, okay, eliminate possible bias that I have against someone, okay, doing or performing abortion and so on, because this researcher or the priest, okay, might be interviewing, okay, someone who has already committed an abortion, for example. So that's it. Okay, so the researcher must also admit his or her own predisposition. So detailed methodological description is needed to know how far to accept the data and constructs that are generated from it. So in this case, okay, we have to, be detailed in our methodology, because this is how we also evaluate how far we are to accept the data that we gathered later, and the constructs that we can generate, or the themes that we can generate later. Okay, so that's confirmability. Okay, so that's all, okay, for today. And so I am inviting everyone, okay, if you want to learn more and know more, please join in my webinar to earn 15 CPD units. You can email me at contact@apalma.info. Okay, so here are other details or contact details. Here are other of my contact details. I have a website at https www.apppublishing.com. Okay, https www.apalma.info. So for more videos like this, okay, you can visit my YouTube channel at Artelo Palma PhD Life Ideas Books. You can also buy my book on my Shopee store at Fun with Learning Bookshop. Okay, so I also provided there my mobile number. It's 093690314746 or 09199890, or yeah, 091998900909. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I hope you are learning, or you learned many things today. Thank you, and Okay, that's all. I hope you will stay safe, healthy, and blessed. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in my next video.